Hello, welcome to Lynn's Learning Zone. This week will be the first of a three-part edition, which is all around the communication of content. So it's thinking about how you communicate with different people and how you can make sure you're doing so in a way that's first relevant, then how you can think about the context that you're communicating with them in, and then thirdly, whether you're using the correct communication medium. So those are going to be the three topics we'll be looking at, and today we'll just be looking at relevant. So when we're talking about something being relevant in terms of communication, I'm particularly thinking about relevant for your audience. So who is it that you're actually trying to communicate with? Now, if you're a business, you're perhaps trying to communicate with your current customers, potential customers, and maybe suppliers or anyone else who might have an interest in your business, perhaps people that have put in some financial backing to you. So think about who those people are and what information is relevant to them. For example, if you're using maybe Twitter, you might be sending out a few different tweets in a day or in a week. Who are you aiming those tweets at? What information will they be wanting to see? So always make sure it's relevant. So if you're, for example, a lettings agency, you might be wanting to send people information on perhaps what the current law is and perhaps something that's changed recently, perhaps something to do with finance that's relating to the lettings world. You might be sending details of any particular special offers you've got on at the moment, or any new software that you've got, any new ways people can contact you. It could be just information about your team. You might be working with a new company. So that's the sort of information that might be relevant to different people. Now, it might be that you want to target specific, so that information might be just relevant to businesses that work with you. It might just be relevant to your customers. So you might want to think about targeting your audience. And when you do so, think about the correct words to use. If you're targeting a more business orientated audience, then the words that you're using might need to be more business orientated. If you're talking to the general public, you might want to use a more informal and friendly style. At all times, think about that relevance. It's very easy to get caught up in retweeting or sharing information that perhaps isn't relevant. Here's an example. A lot of people nowadays tend to use similar profiles. They might use their own personal profile on Facebook to also advertise their business, or the same on Twitter, the same on LinkedIn, and things can get quite intermingled and confusing for people looking at it. So let's say you're on LinkedIn and you have a friend who runs a cake business, so you might share some information about her cakes. Now, that may not be very relevant to your audience, so they could be confused, and you never want to leave your audience confused. So you need to think about different strategies. If you do want to support your friends and other businesses, maybe have a clear strategy that Thursday morning is Small Business Awareness Day. Your company likes to support other small businesses, and that's when you share information about them. If you're doing that, make sure that you're giving clear headings or clear information to show that this isn't your business, it's a business that you're supporting. Now, ideally, what you can do there is think about how you might link with other similar businesses to help you promote yours, and you can help each other in that way. So if you're a car business, perhaps you sell used cars, then you might want to link in with other businesses that have similar types of products. You might have a business that sells wheels, new tyres, for example. You might link in with a valet service. So you can all help each other promote your products and services, and then your audience will see how it's relevant to them. So something to think about. So the moral of this one is to always think about whether the information you're sending is relevant to the people you're sending it to. So you'll need to think about your audience, who they are. So who is following you on Facebook? Who are you linked with on LinkedIn? Who looks at your pictures on Instagram? Who visits your website? And will they want to see the information you're posting? because otherwise you could be spending a lot of time creating content that actually no one's looking at because it's not relevant to them. And if you haven't got the right people looking, then think about how you can increase your number of followers of the right type of person. So that's today's Lynn's Learning Zone. Next time we'll be looking at the context that you're writing in. If you feel that you need some more help with your communication skills, please do get in touch and see how I can help you. Thanks very much.